Hey guys, doing? Technical difficulties morning. Well, this afternoon here, guys. What's going on? If y'all are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button. Not sure what's really going on with my camera here today. Did not want to pop up. Not sure. Got a new laptop and it's still not working, guys. But yeah, hey. I hope y'all are having a blessed day, guys. Yeah, and be glad you're not P. Diddy right now. Diddy is in a lot of doo-doo right now. I would not want to be that dude. Seriously. Yeah, but yeah, let's just get started, guys. There's so much going on about Diddy right now. Woo! The FBI is coming out, swinging on that dude. He just tried to get out of jail twice and they denied. If y'all don't already know the list of things he's in a lot of trouble for, go ahead and check that out. I'm not going to repeat all of that because YouTube likes to give me a hard time for saying certain things. So yeah, but let's get started. Diddy, man, they're saying that Jay-Z is going to run. I made a video. I tried to download it. It's taking all day. Like I said, I just got a new Chromebook, laptop, whatever. But it's not working, the camera. And this one here is not the greatest either. But I'm going to roll with it as for now. And maybe everybody can catch this live later. But Diddy, man, whew, I'm from Atlanta, y'all. And I've been hearing for years about the mess with P. Diddy, like y'all. And when I heard it back when I was a teenager about Biggie and Tupac, I just kind of like knew something. Like even with the Suge Knight stuff, I knew something wasn't right there. I don't know, call it instinct, gut, whatever. I never really formed an opinion. But I know Hollywood is panicking, y'all. Like, and I know I would be too if I had attended one of his wild freaknik parties. Whatever he be calling that stuff, y'all. It's just weird. It's so weird that like money just, I don't know, money does that to people, or what it is, the power, the fame, the ignorance, the exciting part that he gets off on. It's almost like he gets off, like a lot of these guys get off on the fact that they can run right through people and intimidate them and treat them any type of way, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out here. It does not want to work. And I hope everybody can hear me. Well, I got one person. That's more than I thought I'd have, y'all. Hey, and if nobody watches this, hey, whatever. It's just me on here talking to myself then, guys. But hey, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. YouTube, I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube. They love to hate what I say, and some of my Elvis videos, they always give me a hard time. So whatever. It is whatever. But yeah, guys, Diddy's in a whole lot of doo-doo right now. But I'm from Atlanta, so I've been hearing the rumors about Diddy and Usher and all of the DL stuff, and him having herpes, Usher and everything. Man, I've been hearing it. Man, I've been hearing that stuff for 1,000 years. But yeah, I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? Let me know what everybody's thinking about. Do y'all really think that Jay-Z is dumb enough to run? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think that man, he got B in his corner, y'all. Like I said in my video that is trying to download right now, it's just taking 5 years to download. Him and Beyonce have built an empire. I don't know how, because Joe Camel, Jay-Z, man. I still have yet to fit what y'all. My kids told me about Diddy a few years back about how rich and famous he was. And I was scratching my head because he wasn't about the Benjamins. He didn't have all that. He didn't have all that money back in the 90s and the early 2000s. Um, because he was running people off and, having, look, I know for fact, in my mind, I know for a fact, y'all. I know that Diddy had something to do with Pac and Biggie. Let's face it, and because I, for whatever reason, I just knew Suge, like that was just scratching the surface. And y'all think Suge Knight being in court, getting read that he's going to be in jail, and he was guilty and feigning? Y'all think that's something, man? We ain't seen nothing. Diddy going to fall to pieces, or he going to rat everybody out and snitch everybody out to get out of jail? At the moment, yesterday he tried to get out. The day before, he offered his mama's house, he offered his Miami house, he offered all his passports to all his kids, his baby mamas, his mama's passport, to get out. They denied his bail. He still sits in jail today. He tried yesterday, saying he wouldn't have no girls around. But let's face it, Diddy, it's not just females he's a pedophile. Like, and I hate to say it because I know YouTube probably going to ban me for saying certain things on here like they usually do, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm just one of the truth tellers and I don't care. He's a pedophile. Justin Bieber, Usher, they were all young little kids when he got his hands into them. And Cassie, she was 19. Technically an adult, but mentally, these kids, when they're that young and they're trying to get famous, but Usher and Justin's parents sold them to the industry, to Clive Davis and all these big league guys. So when my kids came at me talking about Diddy's like rich and powerful and like a billionaire and all this crazy stuff, I was just like scratching my head, like, because he didn't have that money back in the early 90s and 2000s. Like I said, he was running everybody off like Mace, and Mace went and found God real quick. Now it all makes sense now because like what Cat Williams said, the truth is coming out this year. And the industry, we all have all seen throughout centuries and different eras of like these celebrities and these basketball players and just whoever, these rich and famous people, like even the Kennedys, like we've seen these people get deleted all of a sudden, like Whitney, like, and her daughter the same way. Come on, that's not no coincidence. I'm sorry. Kind of like Kobe, like, and the fact that, like I said in my video that's still downloading, y'all, that wasn't no coincidence that all these celebrities end up in these helicopters or these charter planes. Because I live by the airport. Well, not real close, but close enough to where I see all the charter planes and helicopters all the time. And I don't see them crashing and burning. And the fact that a lot of these celebrities like Buddy Holliday, Patsy Cline, Aaliyah, and all of these, like, I don't know, like something in the industry is just the devil. Man, y'all, like we got the Kardashians over here laying on their back to get famous, and the whole entire family got famous, and their dad defended OJ. Like OJ walked. We all seen that. I mean, we got all these famous, powerful men. They're the number 2 guy, and they want to be the number 3. I mean, they want to be the number 1. And in order to get to be that number 1, the next big thing, Diddy didn't do it. Like we seen that man after the fact of Pac and Biggie. We seen him, the making of the band, how evil he was when he was making these kids walk from Harlem to Brooklyn for a piece of cheesecake. Really? We saw the umbrella guy that he had. Like, this dude he has no boundaries. That's what narcissistic people do. And he's definitely a narcissist. And Hollywood and society of the US pat these people on the back and congratulate them and make it okay to be a huge narcissist. But we have Dr. Carter, we have Dr. Romney on YouTube educating everybody now just what being a narcissist is. And these people are not to be played with. These people are pure evil. They come from the devil. They are demented, y'all. If y'all have ever dealt with any type of narcissist in your life, then y'all know what I'm talking about. These people will sell their soul to the devil, work for him, take everybody in their path, manipulate them, take them down, just like he did Cassie. Now, I'm not saying Cassie's innocent. She was only 19. Basically, if you fail a grade or skip a grade or just whatever, and you get held back or whatever a grade, you not graduate until you're 19. You're not even getting out of school until 19. So mentally, this girl was still, she didn't have the mindset and the wisdom yet. And she just saw, this 40-year-old guy was like, oh yeah, come hang out with me, party with me, and disrespecting his baby mom, Kim Porter. Yes, we need to talk about Kim, y'all. And disrespecting Kim right with Cassie. And Cassie, they say that Cassie was sitting there giggling and laughing. I bet she was. I mean, what 19-year-old wouldn't? Is it right? Is it okay? And the fact that Diddy had, is allegedly, everybody says allegedly nowadays, which, whatever. There's got to be some truth behind everything that people typically say when there's nothing going on, because that's usually the people you need to pay attention to, the truth tellers, kind of like me. People tend, family, friends, whoever, tend to come at me a little sideways because I've always been a truth teller, and I don't care if they like it or not. People can't handle the truth. But they say that Diddy was trying to force Kim Porter, his baby mom of his twins, to lick a tampon of Cassie's. And of course, what 19-year-old girl, he was like pumping her head up, making, her think that she's this great, special, she's above, and really he was just getting his hands into her to groom her, to manipulate her. And as we have all seen the video, which is disturbing in the hotel, if you're going to do that and inside of the hotel, it's not even that they were inside the hotel room. They were in the hallway by the elevators where people could have been getting out, seeing this dude kicking the crap out of some young girl. Now, I don't give a crap. What happens to Diddy in jail? He deserves whatever happens to him. But at the same time, I don't think he's going to care and I think a lot of the prisoners are going to stay clear of him because of all that lube that they supposedly found in his house. If y'all haven't seen the pictures of all the lube, I don't know if it's real or not. So I can't vouch for it, but supposedly the FBI found, thousands of baby oil and lube. And these are like really big bottles, like big bottles of stuff that we ain't never seen, kind of stuff, like industry kind of stuff. Now, whether I don't know if it's real or fake, but I think a lot of the prisoners, I think they're going to keep them isolated anyway, but Diddy's already complaining and boo-hooing about being in this horrible jail, but his actions all got him in jail. So I don't have no sympathy for him. Now, he's trying to do anything he's trying to claw his way out of that jail cell, which ain't going to happen because they're using him as, basically they're sacrificing him, as they say in Hollywood. They're sacrificing him, and whether or not I kind of don't think he's going to snitch a lot of big name celebrities like Jay, like everybody keeps saying. But I think that the FBI, because Diddy already had 150 hidden cameras in his house, in his one mansion where he did a lot of these freak off so-called parties at his house and all, to where people, like after these parties that lasted days and days and days and days, they all had to get IV drips because they were so dehydrated, almost about to be deleted. Because we can't say certain words on here, guys, y'all. So follow along with me. But yeah. So yeah, but I just think that honestly, that Jay-Z, this ain't his season. This ain't his time. That I think the FBI might have some evidence on him. I mean, I don't think that Diddy, or I don't know, most narcissistic people usually have that one thing that kind of sets them off, or over time, depending what kind of narcissist they are. But they're man, you got to watch these people. If you come across them, run for the hills. They're just the devil, y'all. Like they working for some other stuff. But Diddy definitely sold his soul to Clive Davis or to whoever, Dame Dash, all of them guys, Jay-Z, R. Kelly. These guys have all been doing this dirty, dirty stuff with these young girls, all the way back to Elvis, man. Y'all know I love Elvis. And YouTube loves to hate me when I make my Elvis videos because they always finding something, oh, she said this, or she put on this, or this music, or that, whatever. But even all the way back to then, and it's been going on for hundreds of years. I mean, it used to be acceptable for young girls to get married. Some cultures, they still get married at 13, 14, whatever. Priscilla Presley, we all know her parents gave her to Elvis at like 14. I mean, we all know the story to that. I'm not going into that. She was 21 when they got married, whatever. But Justin Bieber and Usher, they were young little boys. And so it's not just girls, because Diddy was like yesterday asking the judge, like, look, on top of everything else I've already offered, my house is all our passports, my kids' passports. I won't have no females at the house if you let me out. But that's just it. His disturbing nastiness, evilness doesn't stop at just females. These were young girls. Like, we all know the story of Aaliyah, what happened to Aaliyah, and R. Kelly got married to Aaliyah. We all know the story of Kim Cartel, hit 'em up style girl, y'all. Why we ain't ever heard from her again? Because of Jay-Z and her had a relationship. B and all them, they did whatever they did. And, there's been other issues and people as far as Jay, that they say allegedly. I don't use the word allegedly because we all know the truth. We we know what it is, because these stories just don't make up themselves. These people don't get deleted by themselves all of a sudden. Now, the fact that it's not a coincidence, Tupac and Biggie, that all happened the same exact type of way. Nah, not a coincidence. Kind of like Whitney, her daughter. Nah, not even a coincidence. I think that Hollywood pats these big name celebrities on the back, especially when it's a man. I know a lot of people keep throwing out Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah. We've all heard the horror stories, especially about Ellen, and even just her ex-girlfriend or whatever she was to her. That I don't find anything to be a coincidence, because even when they were, like, back when I was a teenager and they were, had the stuff going on about Suge Knight, something just told me there was more to it. Kind of like Eazy-E. And we got Gene Dale out here. We got Cat Williams. We got Wendy Williams. We got all the 50 Cent. 50 getting the last laugh. He getting that $1 raise now, guys, because he having a blast. We got Eminem coming out. He just come out with a diss song I guess yesterday or something. But all along, we've had these videos of Lil Wayne, these cringe-worthy videos, and maybe at the time everybody wasn't awake and wasn't I guess Diddy wasn't really, like, I don't know. I don't know, but I've been hearing for years about these freak off parties and stuff at Diddy's. So yeah, I don't know, guys. What do y'all think, man? Like, do y'all think Jay-Z gonna run? I don't think so. I don't think it's Jay-Z's season. Every dog has their day, and it's just not his day yet. It's coming. I think the FBI definitely, they keep saying that the FBI has Jay, he's on the radar. They got evidence on him. I think they're to take somebody down like Jay-Z and Beyonce. I definitely believe that the FBI is going to take their time. Kind of like everybody was like, why is Diddy not locked up? Why is he not locked up yet? That they raided his house. He ain't locked up. Now, when the FBI does their thing, they're going to take their time. They're going to make sure they have all their ducks in a row, all their T's and I's crossed. Like, they're going to make sure it's straight. Like, it's bulletproof. It ain't got no holes in it, to where when they do take somebody down that, high up. But for whatever reason, I just don't see it happening, guys. I just don't see Jay. And I know, Joe Camel Face, I would love to see that, y'all, as much as the next. But like, because we know about Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown, I think she was like 14, y'all, back in the day. And then all of a sudden, we never heard about her no more. Like, we got all these girls, these guys we're trying to do things with, like promise these young girls a career and all this, and they come out with one song and that's it. Kind of like Cassie, y'all. We ain't never heard nothing else. But Diddy, though, I did get this in, though. Diddy, they did say that Diddy is definitely going to try to file a lawsuit on Cassie while he's incarcerated, y'all. Yes, y'all heard that right. He's going to try to file a lawsuit on her, and he's trying to play victim, as most narcissistic people tend to do, because they don't like being accountable for their own actions. But he got himself there where he's at. That's where he needs to be. He should have been there a long time ago. I think they need to reopen the case of Kim Porter. I definitely believe he had something to do with that. Russell Simmons' ex-wife, Lee Simmons, or whatever her name is. She was best friends with Kim Porter. Her house caught on fire. No coincidence, right after that, because she was going to come out with, a tell-all, as well as Kim was. And we know Diddy and Kim Kardashian, them kind of people, they make people sign NDAs usually. And they make them sign them for a reason. Like, they don't want their business coming out, all the dirt, So it's going to be interesting to see, guys, how everything plays out with this whole Diddy case. But I think they're making an example out of Diddy just because they can. Do I think he's getting out of jail? Nope. He's not getting out of jail anytime soon. I think that, he's definitely going to come for people, start maybe naming names, just not big names. Like, the fact that him and Mace came out with like a song or two back in, like, what was it, the 90s, early 2000s. And then we just never heard about Mace again. And Mace went and found God. That tells me a lot that Diddy, he, for whatever reason, he saw or knew. We got a lot of these people that have seen a lot of stuff. Do I think Usher or Justin Bieber is going to come out, testify against him, or just anything? No. Plus, Justin Bieber just had a baby, 3 weeks ago. He's worried about his little baby. He ain't worried about that. But I think the parents to these young kids should be held accountable. Usher's mom was his manager, y'all. And she sent him to Puff Daddy's flavor camp. Yeah. And when they have the interview of Usher being asked, like, yo, would you send your kids to, the flavor, the Puff Daddy flavor camp thing? He was like, hell no. That right there tells me everything. Like, if he wouldn't even send his own kids, And don't get me wrong, like back in the day, it was more acceptable for young girls to be with older guys and to these families marry off their young daughter to these rich guys. And even in like different countries still nowadays, they get a dowry. The families, if they're poor, they might offer them some goats or a certain amount of money, like in India or Africa or whatever. But y'all, we in the US, and like this has been going on for at least since the 90s, if not, I mean, obviously a lot longer, but kind of like Elvis. But back then that stuff was acceptable. Like it was acceptable for Elvis Presley to be seeing all these young girls, high school girls, and getting married to one that was real young. But that don't change the fact that it's still icky at the end of the day, guys. But it's nice to see, like I'm real old fashioned and stuff. But it's just nice to see that, especially with these narcissistic, powerful, rich men who, okay, we all hear about these women who blank themselves to the top to get there. What did Diddy do to get there to the top? He might have not have blanked his way to the top, but they do say that he did with Clive Davis and some others. I've heard all the nasty Meek Mill tape and the stories about like certain people coming in the room and, he's in there with whatever, I forget which guy it was. Even Orlando Brown, listen to some of his interviews. Whoo, like, I mean, the stuff and the girl Jaguar, like these people are all truth tellers. And these stories didn't just make themselves up. These people have been coming out with these stories for a while. And whoever didn't get deleted, they try to silence whatever way they can. Even here on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers have gotten a lot of cease and desist letters, and or YouTube likes to ban us or delete our stuff because they don't like what we're saying. Hey, I mean, but a lot of these helicopter crashes, all with celebrity, Patsy Cline, Kobe Bryant. Like I said, I live by like close to an airport. I see these charter planes, these helicopters, never seen one crash. Now, what's the common denominator? Holly weird. These powerful guys like Diddy that are huge, huge narcissists. We got these narcissistic guys, powerful. I mean, he took out, two of his own, and Clive Davis or whoever his manager was like, look, we got this. You're going to be the next big thing. And that power and that money, and it just built that monster up to what we see today. That's all coming out, and all the stories. The stories are disgusting. Like, why you got all that baby oil and lube, but no condoms? Like, all right, y'all. I've been on here for about half an hour and ain't nobody watching, but hey, somebody might watch this and get a good laugh out of it. But hey, they coming out with this stuff, y'all. If the pictures of all the lube and stuff is real, that's kind of disturbing. Definitely let me know what y'all think, though. Do y'all think that Jay-Z gonna run? I don't think I just don't feel like it's his season right now. Some stories might come out, but yeah. I think Jay-Z, he don't talk like Kanye. Kanye will tell you his next step. Do I feel like Kanye always says, I don't like a lot of the stuff that he has said in the past, but a lot of truth comes ringing out of what he has said. So if you go back and you play some of his interviews, it's like, whoa. Do I think the Kardashians, though, are going down? I definitely think the Kardashians are going down, guys. I think the only reason they got famous is because Kim laid on her back with somebody that was, like a B-list celebrity at the time. He wasn't A-list or anything, but I think they just clawed their way to the top, blanked their way to the top, whatever you want to call it. I think I definitely think that they for sure threw a lot of people under the bus, did a lot of dirty deals, kind of like Diddy. I'm sure we're definitely going to hear about the Kardashians. They've kind of been quiet at the moment about everything, about Diddy. But we know Kim and Chloe and all them girls were all at them freak off parties. And yeah, we know. Sorry, guys. I'm getting uncomfortable here, guys. But hey, it is what it is, guys. And the Kardashians, I love talking about them because they just, Kim is a huge narcissist, probably like Ellen and Diddy. They're just the female versions of it. But these narcissistic people, though, like Diddy, like everybody keeps calling him a monster, and which they are. They are monsters, and you got to run from people like this. But that video, it's like, okay, I don't understand the whole sacrifice thing. Y'all want to, like, Hollywood want to sacrifice these people, or they want to get rid of them any way they possibly can and make it look like an accident or make it look like just whatever. Oh, the helicopter had engine trouble. Don't they all? I ain't buying that, y'all. But I look for Diddy not to really come out and snitch everybody out. So to say, he's not gonna snitch. He's definitely not gonna snitch Jay out. As much as everybody probably is waiting for that, he not gonna snitch Jay. Nah. He's definitely not gonna snitch Jay-Z out, but I don't think Jay's gonna run. Him and Beyonce, they're not gonna get divorced. They might have been separating their money and bank accounts and stuff. Just because of, I think, a deal or something that they had going on with one of his companies. But I don't think it's because of anything other. I think that Jay-Z might be scared right now, like just like the rest of Hollywood is probably panicking. Maybe some of these, I'm thinking like some of these bigger name celebrity guys that might be married might have been at some of these Freakniks. Like Ashton Kutcher. But I always hear things about him and his wife that they kind of got an open relationship. So, but some of them that might be married that their spouse didn't know they were there. I think they might be panicking. But we all heard this, about these celebrities panicking and stuff about their name being in the other list of the case that just happened. I won't say the name because I don't want to get in trouble here on YouTube. But yeah, we know about that, the island. I'll just say, y'all. But Jay-Z and Diddy and even maybe Pac and Biggie and all them. I don't know who or what, but they were all, that whole R. Kelly, that whole crew was into younger people back then. The U.S. might make it acceptable. And society had, because I kind of think it's disgusting. It's disturbing, but nobody else ever came, and said, oh, it's disgusting. It's until now. I mean, times change and stuff, but it's always been disgusting. Like, ew, you 40 years old. You messing with a 14-year-old? Ugh. Like, come on, go find a woman. Oh, wait, that's right. A real woman your age don't want nothing to do with your butt because ain't nobody gonna play your dementic narcissistic games, right? Like, so that's why they try to get somebody young so they can groom them and make them do like their little puppet, make them do whatever it is they want. So I think these Hollywood guys have all definitely groomed a lot of these younger girls that came out with one song or whatever, and then we just never heard they fell off. I think they threatened them. I think they sent them cease and desist letters. They threatened their family. They threatened, just everything to keep these people quiet. And if they knew that they couldn't keep them quiet or that they were going to be a truth teller or they were going to be an issue of any type, as most narcissistic people do, they found other ways to take care of it and make it look like an accident with like Aaliyah. I mean, and we know crazy old Left Eye. Let's keep it real. Crazy Left Eye. She didn't care. She was burning motherfuckers' houses down, y'all. I don't give a crap. I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, shoot. She took one for the whole female team that day, y'all. Like, she did things that day that we all wish we could do to somebody at some point, with some ex. Now, was it right? Nah. Was it funny? Absolutely, that shit was funny. She burnt that nigga's house down, y'all. Yes, she did. So yeah. But look what they end up doing to her. Like, I mean, poor old Left Eye, y'all. Like, they tried to make that look like an accident. I mean, Jay-Z, I just don't feel like it's his season right now. Did he want out of jail, but he knows if he get out of jail, he gonna have to relocate in the witness protection program if he snitches out the wrong people, y'all, to get out of that jail cell. He might snitch out like Clive Davis, who's like 1,000 million years old. He don't care. I mean, I don't think he's that dumb either, because supposedly Clive Davis is old and nasty, and as some of them other people are, them, CEOs of them big music companies and stuff are. I don't think he's gonna snitch nobody. Jay-Z, he definitely not gonna snitch out Jay-Z. He not gonna snitch out Clive Davis or any of these other big names. He gonna snitch out the underdog that nobody really cares much about, like Meek Mill or whoever, Ashton Kutcher. Let's face it, Ashton, his biggest thing was punking celebrities. Man, don't nobody care about that dude. He gonna snitch out other low-key people that ain't a threat to him. Because once he gets out of prison, if they let him out, which they not gonna, because they using him, Diddy, as an example. But I look for maybe not big name celebrities to come out. Hollywood is panicking, especially the Kardashians, y'all. Yes, they panicking. And I've been hearing for months now, y'all, that there's a female that's even higher up and worse than P. Diddy. Now, I've heard two names, Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah. Now, we all know about Oprah because I've been hearing the stories about her with the kids. I don't even want to say it because YouTube will, have a fit if I even go there and say it. But, so I don't know. I don't know if it's Ellen, but Ellen's ex-girlfriend, who we know had a big mouth and was a hot train wreck, so they say. We saw her run her car into a house. Now, coincidence? Probably not. I'm trying to think of who else, guys, y'all. Yeah, I mean, Hollywood, y'all. I be playing the lottery some days, like, because I love scratch offs, and I'm like, I be sitting there scratching, and I'm like, man, what if I actually won? Because money's the root of all evil, and people will sell their soul for that money. And I be thinking, man, I'd rather just be a broke joke with a bag of rice and 2 sticks to try to make a fire to cook it with than to sell my soul for some money. That you can't take that money with you. That's the thing. Like, money's nice if you have it. Money's nice whatever, but you can't take anything with you. They say it makes life easier, but does it really? Does money make stuff easier? Nah, I don't think so. Money makes you have 99 problems that you can't get rid of. And you gotta be looking over your shoulder like, oh, the Fed's coming to raid my house. I hope they don't find out about my 20 Swiss banks accounts, that I'm hiding all the money. I got the money buried out in the desert somewhere. Y'all, hey. Whew, Jay-Z, I don't look for him to run. Do I think he got 99 problems, but B ain't one right now? Yeah. I think the whole Beyonce and Jay-Z, I think the mastermind behind that, I have heard that B was either Ellen or Oprah. But I think she's the mastermind behind the empire that her and Jay-Z have gotten, because Jay-Z hasn't. Last thing I know that Jay-Z came out with is the New York anthem song that he go in New York. That song. I'll probably get in trouble for even trying to sing it on here from YouTube, because they love messing with me, y'all. But hey, but like what in Rockaware, what else, what else has he came out with? Like, I mean, for real, like, how did they get all their money? It's not because the same thing I was saying when my kids came at me talking about P. Diddy, a billionaire, and and I was like, I started Googling, and I'm like, how did he get so powerful? It's because of dirty deals they did with people, and then on top of it, the extortion of it all, like, look, you can't tell so and so, and that's why I think that's why Diddy kept all them tapes. He had 150 some, he had 150. Let the people in the back hear this show. If nobody hears this, at least the people in the back will hear it. That dude, P. Diddy, had 150 hidden cameras in just one of his houses, y'all. One. He had 150 cameras. Now, who has 150 cameras hidden? Okay, I can understand a few. Like, okay, his house is big. Okay, maybe 50, but 150. And he had I don't even want to say it, something dungeon in his house. I mean, I don't know if this dude got so, like, he had everybody else, and the people that were higher up had the people that were higher than him deleted so he could get to number one. But then what else did he do? What else has Diddy done? What else has Diddy did ever since, like, the early 2000s? What else? I can't think of anything for him to be as rich and famous as my kids were telling me. And when I Googled it, I'm like, what? Hold up, y'all. No, that can't be. Because what? I mean, doing some shady deals and stuff. But I don't look for, I just don't look. They saying that some celebrities are coming out snitching now that Diddy's locked up, because think about it, when you go to the zoo and you at the zoo and you see the sharks in the tank, and you're tapping on that tank because there's that glass right there, or the lions in the cage, and you're like, you're tormenting them, or the apes or whatever, the gorillas and stuff, because they're behind a cage. They can't touch you. Okay, now that everybody knows and sees that Diddy done not once but twice try to get out of prison. It's like a Monopoly game, y'all. Go straight to jail. But Diddy's not getting out of prison. And the fact that these celebrities and everybody else that's like no names, like even the girl, I can't think of her name right offhand, but I just saw the interview of her the other night. The girl that got shot, that still got the gun, the bullet fragments in her head from Shine. And we all heard the story that Diddy paid off Shine $1 million to go straight to jail and take the rap for that. But we got people that are getting hundreds of phone calls from TMZ and everybody else. And yes, I'm saying it because it came right out her mouth, y'all. Check out her interview. I cannot think of her name, y'all. But oh my God. But even people like Jaguar, we got all these people, these truth tellers that people like J and B and all these other people that they don't want the truth to the light of day. Like Diddy paid $50,000 some dollars back 10 years ago, 9 years ago for that hotel video to get not linked, to get, push it under the rug real quick for me. Now all of a sudden it coming out. Man, look. These people that got paid that hotel that got paid that $50,000 is laughing because they was probably like, okay, we're going to take your $50,000 and at some point we're going to leak it. It might not be now. Kind of like God. God and karma come knocking at your door when you least expect it. But God's always on time, y'all. Especially with these narcissistic people. And I don't think Diddy was born like that. Some of them might have some other issues in their heads and they might be born with stuff like that. Me personally, I've dealt with 3 narcissists in my life. One that was a family member that, I grew up with, that I was raised by, and 2 exes, one grandiose and one covert. That covert one was the worst. But Diddy, I don't think, but we all heard the stories even about Diddy's dad. And if y'all haven't ever seen that video of Diddy and his mom, talking about, because Diddy was like in the video, he's like, yeah, my mama, whatever he calls her, my mama, I'm from the South, y'all. My mama can bend over and touch her toes. And he's like kissing her like passionately on the lips. And they talking about how they had to get an IV drip. And we all know what the IV drip is after the freaky parties that he had, and the white nail polish, y'all. Yes, if y'all don't know about the white nail polish is, sorry, I'm sitting on my feet. It's starting to hurt. But if y'all don't know about the white nail polish, and even his daughters be wearing the white nail polish, and a lot of their videos and pictures and stuff that you see of them online, it's because it's supposed to mean that they just finished a, what do they call it, a freak off or freaky party or whatever. Now, his daughters are 17, and the one just turned 18. Ugh. Guys, I hate to even imagine what his daughters have, especially the twins, because they live with Diddy full time because of Kim Porter, which I believe they need to reopen that case back up as well, because I believe Diddy. I don't think Diddy did it himself. I think he paid other people to do it, to have it taken care of, because he's got money like that. Kind of like Jay-Z with the pregnant girl. He had somebody else do his dirty work, and then they paid off the coroner to keep everything hush hush. But at some point, time goes on, 10, 20 years. Even after you pay these people all that money, your supposedly hard-earned money, these people still coming out because they keeping that proof. They keeping that hotel video that we have all seen, him throwing Cassie around like a rag dog and kicking her like a dog. Like, dude, my thing is here, and especially with me having 2 exes, 2 different types of narcissists as an ex. Especially if you are a high profile A-list celebrity that somehow magically became that way and got all this money and fame, and we ain't heard no song or nothing that you've been doing since the early 2000s with Mace, and you that high up and everybody knows your face. It would be one thing if Joe Blow from next door that don't nobody know him. He in the hotel and he kicking his wife or girlfriend in the lobby like that in front of the elevators. What if that elevator door would have opened? Let's keep it real. If that elevator door would have opened and there'd been like 10, yeah, because that happened out in LA. Now, LA, we all know LA, shady as it is, and their politics, and I'm not even getting into all of that. But they tend to look the other way when it comes to stuff like that with the celebrities. Okay. You know, they get who they vote for there, but I think that had a lot to do with it as well. But we're in a whole different era right now, and people are starting to waken up to all the crazy stuff. And I get it. I'm old fashioned. I come from parents who are dang near 80, you know, they're up in age. My parents are up in age. So I get it. Old fashioned back in the day, it got, you know, people that used to be the norm to date young girls and marry young girls. And it still goes on in other countries to this day for a dowry or whatever. But if that elevator door would have opened and had, like, let's say, a bunch of tourists, and they're sitting there with their cell phone. Okay, not cameras, but they're sitting there with their cell phone, and there's P. Diddy kicking the crap out of Cassie. At the time, everybody knew who she was. If you were younger, they knew who she was because of her one hit song that she had back then, y'all. I mean, that crap would have been maybe not all over the internet because the internet wasn't as big back then, but that ish would have been all over the 11 o'clock news. Let's keep it real, guys. But for real, like Diddy, if I've dealt with two ex-narcissists, and if you that brazen, because narcissists don't give a crap what they do. They have no empathy. They have no accountability, period. Just like Diddy's trying to file a lawsuit on Cassie now because he's the victim. Man, that's just what they do. They blame shift. They play victim. Oh, poor me. You know, Cassie cheated on me with the trainer. She was cheating on me. She left me, went and had 2 kids. I got this 8-minute telephone conversation, which is illegal to do. But I got this phone conversation of Cassie, you know, wanting to be with me. And I'm giving an acceptance speech, and I'm telling Cassie, oh, Cassie, why don't you come home and bring your 2 kids, trying to disrespect her husband as well. Like, really? If anything, I think Diddy got off on all of it. If you that brazen to do it, and like, it's not, so imagine what Diddy was doing to anybody, to Usher, to all these young girls, to Cassie, to Kim Porter, to all these people in his bubble, in his circle, any victim he could get his hands on and manipulate and groom and destroy. And I mean, just whatever, you know what they all do, y'all. But take them down like the devil wants, you know, wants these narcissists to do, because that's what it is. It's evil. It's pure evil spirits. You know, that's what narcissistic people, that's what they have demons in them. It's disgusting, y'all. But if y'all don't know, like I said, look up Dr. Carter on here on YouTube and Dr. Romney if you don't know what narcissism really is. But back in the day, they used to laugh about it like, ha, 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 I'm Kim Kardashian. I'm a narcissist. I'm Charlie Sheen. I sleep with hundreds of thousands of people. Hee, 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 hee. Like, even in Charlie Sheen's one episode, it was a joke, like, in 2.5 Men. Oh, she's calling him a narcissist, and everybody's clapping and laughing and stuff in the show. And it's like, if y'all really knew what it is and how evil these people are, and the fact that P. Diddy just could go right, and that whole video is disturbing. But when I saw that man running like full force to get her, to tackle her, to take her down, was disgusting because it's like you doing this and out in front of people. And in a hotel lobby, you throwing vases, which made noise. You know, that was that whole incident was nothing but noise. You know, somebody heard something, saw something, something. But the thing is if you're doing that out in the hallway in a hotel, right in front of the elevators where they could open, and it's LA, and there could be like 20 tourists on the other side of that with their cell phones in their hand to take videos and pictures of you because everybody knows your face. They know who you are. They knew who Cassie was. But beyond anything, they knew who you are. Like they know you P. Diddy, you Puff Daddy, or whatever, Love, or whatever he goes by now. Then what are you doing behind closed doors? Because whatever he was doing behind closed doors, I can tell you personally from dealing with these types of people of my own, whatever they do out in public, because usually when they out in public, they could be like my exes, y'all don't know them. But what they would show out in public was a happy, well put together, normal type of folk. And then what they do behind closed doors is they terrorists. They tear the crap out of you. They belittle you. But he was putting his hands on this chick. He tackled her to the ground in front of the elevators, y'all. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so it's not even like it was in front of like somebody's hotel room door. It was in front of the elevators, and there was more than one. If them elevators would have all opened at once and there was people on the other side that wasn't just hotel staff, he would have been paying every last one of them off to keep their mouth shut. But I mean, so if he's that much of a crazy person, I gotta watch what I say, y'all. But if he's that much of a crazy person and he's doing that in front of the elevators in a big fancy smancy LA hotel, imagine the shit he was doing behind closed doors that he could lock. And God knows what functions he has in that fancy mansion of his to lock everything up. The windows, the bars. I mean, it was probably like a prison. It was probably, ooh, y'all, man. Imagine the terror he was behind closed doors to not only Cassie, but the stories of Cassie, like, and the stuff that he was doing to Kim Porter, his baby mom, like making her, he went and woke, I guess Kim Porter must have been living with him at the time. He went and woke Kim Porter up and had her get out of her bed just so Cassie could lay down. Now, a 19-year-old that's trying to get a come up, and this rich guy that can give it to her and make her rich and famous, is doing all of this, giving her all of this attention, and, he grooming her, manipulating her, brainwashing her, all at the same time. She's getting a rise out of it too. So, yeah. But we all know Cassie started seeing some other guy, and allegedly that Diddy had that dude's car blow up. It caught on fire. Kind of like, what is her name? Russell Simmons' ex-wife, Keom, whatever Simmons. Yeah. Her house caught on fire after she tried to come out and, come out with a tell-all book, because Kim was going to come out with a tell-all book. And we saw what happened to Kim, and she was trying to come out and, tell us what she knew about the whole situation, y'all. So, yeah. Let's just keep it real, guys. But this dude, he's a monster. He's the devil, But yeah, we've been hearing about this I've been hearing about these parties at Diddy's for years, for decades now. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of gross. Like, kind of, I don't know. Kind of, I'm trying to think the word real quick. Can't think. But yeah, it's disturbing. Yeah, it's still not the word I'm thinking of, guys. But yeah, it's so but they're saying that the FBI has a lot of stuff on Jay-Z as well. But the FBI is going to take their time, guys. They're not just going to lock Jay-Z up tomorrow. Um, it's not. I don't see it like that. It's going to be a while because they're going to try to make that case against Jay-Z, and whatever evidence they do, and all the supposedly a lot of witnesses are coming out right now, whether or not they're A-list celebrities, but supposedly it's celebrities that are starting to be whistleblowers. I can't imagine it's A-listers that want to put their name out there like that. But I'm just thinking of like some of the videos, y'all, that I have seen of Diddy's parties, and like Anthony Andrew, I think it's Andrews or whatever, the funny guy. I know he's in one because he was up there with the food. He's like, oh yeah, I'm getting this chicken wing or this rib or whatever. Jamie Foxx comes to mind. Y'all seen what happened to Jamie? Jamie had that eye going like, and even Justin Bieber had something going on a while back too. Like, come on, like these are not just coincidences at all. I think these, man, I say there's other people behind Diddy. Who it is, is yet to be determined. I don't know. They got right now. I seen where they got Diddy. Because think about it. He in prison. He got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning for chow or whatever. No, wait, that's the military. Whatever it is they call commissary or whatever. He gotta be up. He gotta have that little mattress that his made. He don't got no pillow, probably sleeping on a little cot or whatever. He probably got they probably, they probably got him isolated. So confinement or whatever. But so he probably at some point he might end up like Tom Hanks and talking to the volleyball. He might. I look. If anything, he might start going crazy in prison, because he gonna be there for a while. Unless if they get him a quick trial, which I don't know. I don't see that really. I think it's gonna be at least a few months before we hear anything about a trial. But it's federal, so if they probably already have their evidence, and right now it's just he's a sitting duck in prison while they wait. Want all the whistle blowers to come out and start talking, guys. It's going to be interesting to see whose names all get named. I want to know who's in the videos, like, because let's face it, we know. I'm trying to think of who else I've seen in some of the videos. Chris Brown, Rihanna, Mary J. Blige comes to mind. She was in a lot of them. I know them two have always been real tight. Along with, what is it, Stevie B or Stevie whatever, Stevie J, whatever, the one that was married to Faith, I think it was. Think about it. He came out with that "I'll Be Missing You" song with Faith Evans a while back, like after supposedly his best friend since childhood, Biggie, like, dude, you took out your own, like you took out your own fam, like that's basically your fam, like you took out your own friend, and just so you could have his spot. Oh wait, Pac's in the way. Okay, let's get Pac out of the way. Oh, let's blame it on Shug. I don't know, y'all. I look for him to end up like Castaway. He gonna be talking to the volleyball, y'all. That volleyball might start talking back at some point to him, but I don't know if he gonna snitch. Because he really seemed like he hating prison, and they say that prison that he's in up there in Newark, or whatever one it is he's in, is not nice. It's disgusting. But hey, he made his bed. Now lie in it like the flea that you are, homie. But yeah, supposedly he's complaining about the food already. Like, this dude ain't even been in there but like a minute. Like, you've been in there, what, 2-3 days now, and you already crying and boo-hooing. Meanwhile, he got his kids all his kids, even his adopted kid that was Kim Porter's oldest, Quincy, who's, obviously by Al B. But like he got them kids so brainwashed. They were all showing up to court, all but the daughters and stuff. I mean, he's got like what, 6, 7, 8, 20 that we know of. That one little Asian girl that he was messing around with, what Young Miami tried to destroy on Twitter, talking about you eat pee and you eat dick, you're an eater, you sushi girl, da 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 da. It was nothing nice, y'all. But it's like he pumps up the one that he's with to take out the one before. So that's kind of what she did with the Asian girl, and the Asian girl's like, yeah, he made me get all these I don't even want to say, but abortions. I just wanted kids by Diddy. So he pumped up Young Miami, made her think, kind of like he did with Cassie. He pumped her up. Whether or not, time will tell what all he did to her as well as he did to all these other girls. Time will tell. The stories will all keep coming out. It's like every minute, stuff is coming out right now. But that's what the FBI, that's what the feds want right now. They want everything to leak out right now. This is why they're keeping that man in jail. They're not going to let him out because they know all the whistleblowers, because this is a huge story. It's a huge profile story. If they got all that evidence on Jay right now, they keeping that to themselves. They're not going to let any of that leak right now. I don't care what anybody says. They're not going to let that leak. Kind of like everybody when his house got raided, they're like, why is he not getting locked up right now? No. If they come in and this much I do know, if they come in and they raid in your house, the city is wasting that much time and money and energy to raid somebody that famous, their house. They already have that whole story in the book. They got all their evidence. They got everything already in stone. Like they already got everything already. Now, after they raided it, they took all the computers and all the lube and all the baby oil. They took all of that. They checked, they took their time getting through all the different computers, looking for all the videos and all that stuff they were looking for, which obviously they found. Whether or not they come out with names like they did with the Island Boy, the last celebrity that went down with, all the other big name celebrities. Whether or not they come out with a list like they did with that one, that's to be determined. But guys, y'all, like Jay-Z is not going to jail. It's not his time. Diddy's not going to rat anybody higher up than him. Let's face it. Beyonce made sure, like that empire that them two got, all that money them two got together, it's not because of Jay-Z. And it's not because Jay-Z's smart because he's got Beyonce behind him, on the little puppet string telling him, don't talk, just don't talk. Kind of like Kanye. Kim didn't want Kanye talking, but he talked and they drugged him all up. Yes, I said it. They did all of that to get him to hush, which backfired in the long run. But let's face it, guys. He's not going to snitch out Jay. Jay's higher up than him. If he got out of, like I said, if he got out of prison because he snitches out Jay and B is the mastermind behind the empire of J and B, period. Not Jay-Z, not Camel Face, not Joe Camel. But at the end of the day, he's still the smarter of the two out of him and Diddy because he keeping that mouth shut. He keeping it all hush, hush. Now, some of the doings that he did, paying people, this person off and this one, this coroner off and this person and that person off, he might have paid them all off, but we all know about it. So obviously paying them off didn't do that good of a job, but we have all heard the stories of the evilness, even of B, going after Kim Cartrell, the hit him up girl. We all heard the stories. So obviously what they doing ain't working. So if you want to do stuff, at least come up with another plan because what you paying people off ain't working. That video at the hotel still came out. Come on, man. Like, it don't matter if it's 20 years later, they still got it. And whoever they paid off made sure they kept that in a secret spot, buried in the ground or wherever. They made sure they kept that, you know, whether it was in their butt crack or wherever they had to put it to make sure that nobody else got a hold of it until the time was right. To where, okay, the time is right now. Who's going to pay me for this hotel video? What news agency? What TMZ? What? Who's going to pay me the most money? So they got paid twice, 3 times. All these different news organizations, they all paid for a clip of that. I mean, so Jay-Z's not going to prison. So I think everybody just needs to kind of stop with that. He's not going nowhere. It ain't his time yet. And if the FBI got evidence, which I'm sure they do, because I know the one clip of it was like some guy retreat or luncheon or brunch or something that these celebrity guys all had a while back, and they're all in their little pink suits and shit. And they like, oh yeah, but it was something real cringeworthy that Jay said to, like, right beside Diddy and all of them dudes. And I'm like, oh, now that we're hearing it now, it's like, oh yeah, really? Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if Jay was, taking it in the behind with all the lube, but the fact that there's no condoms that they came across, I mean, you coming across thousands of bottles, big ass bottles of oil and lube, but where's all the condoms? Now, like I said, I'm from Atlanta, y'all. I've heard all the herpes stories and all the DL stories about Usher and all these other cats, A-list celebrity cats from Atlanta that are on the DL. And we all heard, the lawsuit about all the people suing Usher because they got herpes and da, 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 da. Now, where you think them herpes came from? I heard it was, Diddy a while back. We all heard that. We all been hearing these stories, kind of like the Meek Mill tape that got leaked. These people, they keeping proof too. Just like Diddy was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep all these A-list celebrities and everybody on my staff in check, because not only am I gonna rug y'all up with some date rugs and everything else and make you higher than the ceiling in the giraffe's ass, y'all, I'm gonna make sure I got proof. Okay, well, you might have kept all the proof because you was trying to intimidate and scare everybody around you, even the high-list celebrities that are all panicking now. He might have been trying to scare them all, but they all kept proof. Everybody else kept proof too. The hotel kept that proof. All these people that took these, interviews with him and little P. Diddy and Little Wayne, and all these other, the Meek Mill tape that came out of him getting aped in the behind by Diddy. I mean, I couldn't even listen to that because it was so disturbing. But I read the comments, so I didn't even have to listen because I don't want to hear that shit. But yeah, I'm saying it, and I don't care. YouTube, do what you got to do to me, YouTube. It's not going to be the first, but hey, yeah. But these people all kept proof of that. Jamie Foxx said when he first got started, he was the one behind the actual big video camera, videotaping all of the parties and stuff. Now, we all saw what happened to Jamie, but that was what? That was like about a year ago or a year and a half ago, what was going on with Jamie. Like, and everybody's like, Jamie Foxx in the hospital in Atlanta, da 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 da. They trying to kill, Diddy trying to kill him. This person, trying to, I shouldn't say that, delete him. Da, 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 da. Okay. Obviously, there was some truth behind that. I mean, this stuff ain't just coincidence. And little poor Justin Bieber, for whatever reason, I just think he's such a cutie pie. But yeah, even my one ex's daughter, she met Justin when she was a little kid, and Justin was at the coming out of the subway, and she got some pictures taken with Justin and stuff. I don't know. For whatever reason, I just like Justin. Plus, he just had that baby. So I don't look for him. I don't look for Usher. I don't look for Trey Songz. I don't look for Meek Mill. I don't look for any big name celebrities to come out swinging especially if they are male. I don't look for that. And they identify as just being into women. Because they'd be too embarrassed. They're too high up. They're too yeah, yeah. I don't and even Meek Mill, I don't look for him because even if with that audio tape, it's an embarrassment. Like, who wants to be known as that dude that got caught giving Diddy HEAD in his office, and Diddy sitting there telling that person to hurry up and shut that door. Shut that blanking door. You didn't see nothing. Da, 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 da. His, assistant or secretary or whoever it was. I mean, it's just nasty, y'all. Like, and I've been on here for how long now? Let's see. Yeah. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if nobody watches this because it's just my opinion, but I just wanted to come on here because I didn't have any space on my phone and my video wasn't trying to download today. But yeah, y'all. If y'all are watching the replay of this, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button. I will get back to y'all if I hear any other new gossip in the streets. Y'all know that the street is on fire right now because of this Diddy situation. But Diddy, he begging to get out of that jail cell. I don't see it happening. But he complaining about the food. Like, at least you're getting, like, okay, if you live in a big fancy mansion and then you go to this dirty, grungy little 2x2, no pillow, no blanket type of thing, and you gotta get up at 5, 6 in the morning to eat some cardboard food. At least you got cardboard food. The rest of us out here in the real world can't even afford groceries. Like, y'all, at least you got 3 hats and a cot. That's more than some of the people, the Americans right now. They can't even afford to pay their rent, let alone groceries. Yeah, let me get started, y'all. But this motherfucker, he out there complaining, but he got himself there. But like I said, he's a huge narcissist, so he don't see it that way. He's the victim. The court is victim. They're the villain. Cassie's everybody's against him because he's the poor little victim. Oh, poor me. Feel bad for me. I'm P. Diddy. I ruined millions of people's, and stole millions and took people's lives and everything else. But I'm the victim. Feel sorry for me. Cassie, she was cheating on me with the trainer that I paid for. Feel bad for me because I'm the victim. I'm P. Diddy. I'm filing a lawsuit on Cassie because I'm the victim. How sick in the head, how much of a psychopath, narcissistic clown must you be to really believe? And he really probably believed, he probably in that jail cell doing the Harlem Shake right now, y'all. Like, yep, I'm getting, my lawyer won't get me out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, won't stop, can't stop. Please. Playing victim. Like, I'm the victim, the judge, she's a woman, she won't let me out because she's a woman. And if I get out, I'm going to have to go into the witness protection program and change my whole get plastic surgery and change my whole face if I write out Jay-Z. So yeah, that's not going to happen, guys. It's really not. Jay's not going to run. Jay's probably right now scared as fuck, y'all. He probably so god darn scared. He panicking just like the rest of Hollywood. Like, let's keep it real. Hollywood's been taking a beat. They've been taking a beat down the last couple years with all, all these big name people getting in all this trouble. They've been taking a hit, which I don't feel bad because, hey, that's what they all deserve. You doing nasty ass shit, so you deserve to get in that little jail cell. You deserve what you get. You deserve to eat cardboard. You deserve not to have a pillow. You deserve to have to get up and clean in that kitchen. I don't know what they call it at jail, but you deserve to scrub and mop floors. You deserve to, scrub the toilets with the toothbrush or whatever else they make these people do. You don't deserve rec time. You don't deserve to see the light of day. You shouldn't even have a window in that little jail cell you in. Like, that's how I feel. Like, these people, like, they give these guys, Hollywood and society here in the U.S., make it okay. And not even just in the US, but all these other big name motherfuckers, like some of these people that run some of these other countries that are so like, oh yeah, I'm the dictator of this, and I got everybody in check and everybody in line, and they can't have Twitter. They can't have this. They can't have, what's that one the kids watch? TikTok. They can't have this. They can't have cell phones. They got to have a picture of me in their house. Yo, how much more of a narc can you be? Like, these are the type of people we all, in 2000, almost 25, we all as a society, as a whole entire world, have these type of people still running our show for us. Like, it's sick. That's more of the politics in me, but yo, it's sick. Sick. I don't want no picture of Joe Biden in my house because I would throw darts at it and let the rats underneath my house eat it or whatever the fuck. I don't have no rats, but still, I would shit all over that motherfucker. I don't care. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. Nah. So, yeah, I know I've been on here for a hot little second, but hey, I felt like talking today about some of this Diddy shit. Diddy did it all, y'all. He a nasty little freak. Ooh, man, I'll tell you. But the rumor has it, I ain't one to gossip or anything, but the rumor has it that, Diddy and his mama, used to participate in these little parties together. If y'all catch my drift. And the fact that when I saw that video of him passionately kissing his mama, come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, they say that he's all kind of drugged up right now and going through withdrawals and stuff. Because he's been on all this shit for so long. He's going through he's having the withdrawals and shit in that jail cell right now. Hey, I can't even afford groceries, y'all. Like, come on. Do I care? Hell no. We got people like that running our countries and shit, and everybody pats them on the back because they the man. They got all these bitches. They got all these hoes. Like shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear it. Nope. Nobody want to hear it. So, hey, you reap what you sow, and he reaping what he's sowing right now. So, hey, Diddy, and Diddy not getting out because he's locked up. They won't let me out. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this. And if y'all are new to my channel, hit the like button and the subscribe button. I will get back to y'all if I hear any more juice, any more gossip in the streets, y'all. But until then, take care, guys. Bye.